the gentlemen and ladies sitting over there and watching my lecture. I'm happy that I'm welcoming you on Pritya classroom to learn a new concept today. Yes, today we are going to see what is HCF and what is LCM. Let's begin the lecture. Are you all ready to learn a new concept today? Good. Highest common factor. Highest common factor is nothing but HCF. Okay, let's read the definition. Are you all ready for learning? Good. Let's all read the definition quickly. HCF of 2 or 3 or more numbers is the greatest factor that divides them exactly. Okay, let's read it one more time. HCF of 2 or more numbers is the greatest factor that divides them exactly. So we are about to find some number that is going to divide all the given numbers exactly. In other terms, we are going to find a number and that number is going to be a multiple of all the given numbers. Okay, we have two different methods to find this. First method is factorization method. Second one, division method. In factorization method, we will use factors, and in division method, we will use the division property. We will divide one number by other and we will do that process. Okay, let's quickly get into the factorization procedure. How to calculate the HCF of 2 or 3 numbers using factorization method. Okay, the very first step is we have to express each and every given number as a multiple of prime factor. Okay, we are about to express each number as a multiple of some prime factor. Okay, we have to mention some prime factor only. Next, second step, HCF is nothing but the product of least power of common prime factors. Here we have to underline two words, that is least. What is given here? Least. Okay, least common. Okay, first thing, we have to consider the prime factors which are common to all the given numbers, and even if they are common, we have to take only the least power. We should consider the least power. Say for example, in one number 3 may be a factor, in some other number 3 to the power 5 may be a factor, but we have to consider only the least, so we have to take only 3, not 3 to the power 5. Okay, let's see with some example for better understanding. Find the HCF of 24, 36. So very first step, we have to express 24 and 36 as a multiple of prime factors. For that, I am using this method, 24. We could also write directly. Here it is simple number, so we can write it easily. But in case if we are provided with a bigger number, we cannot do directly. Okay, for that we have to use this method only. For example purpose, I am using the simple numbers. As I promised you in the first video, I'll definitely solve the difficult problems in the example sections. Okay, now let's see. 24 is divisible by 2. When we divide this, 12, we will get the equation. Again 2, 6 as the quotient. Again 2 and 3 as the quotient. Okay, we have completed doing this, right? So we can, now we are writing here the factors 2 to the power 3 into 3. Okay, next, let me erase this. We are going to do the same thing with the next number, 36. 36 is divisible by 2. We will get 18. Then again 2, we will get 9. 3, 3. Good. 2, 1, 2. 2 square into 3 to the power 1, 2 square. Okay. We have completed writing the given numbers in the form of prime factors. Okay, what we are going to do now? We are going to find the HCF. What is the HCF? Do you remember? The least common factor, product of least common prime factor. What are the prime factors common here? What are the prime factors which are common here? Here 2 is common, 3 is common, product of common prime factors. Okay, least power, right? So here 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 2 are the prime factors. Okay, um, so we have to consider the least power. What is the least power here? 3 or 2? 2, right? So we have to write 2 here. Okay, in case of 3, what is the power here? 1. What is the power here? 2. What is the least power? 1. Okay, our HCF is nothing but 2 square into 3, which is nothing but 4 into 4 into 3, 12. Okay, next we are going to see how to find the HCF using division method. Okay, are you all ready? Good. In division method, we cannot find for more than 2 numbers directly. Okay, in this case, if we have 3 numbers a comma b comma c, we have to find the HCF of a b, then found HCF plus c are the 2 numbers with which we are going to find the HCF again. Okay, we cannot do it directly, but in the case of factorization method, we can do it directly. Okay, let's learn how to calculate HCF using division method. Good. Let's begin. Divide the larger number by smaller number. Divide larger number by smaller number. If we are provided with 2 numbers, we have to do division while considering larger number as a dividend and smaller number as a divisor. After doing the division, we will get one remainder, right? So next step, what we are going to do, we are going to divide the divisor with the remainder. Then the next step, what we are going to do, the same thing, we are going to take the remainder and take the divisor, and we are going to divide the divisor with the help of remainder. We are going to repeat this process till we get remainder is equal to 0. Okay, we have used some last step now. In that step, remainder will be 0 now. At that step, what is the divisor? It is nothing but the HCF. Okay, it will be crystal clear when we see with some illustration. Let's begin the illustration. Same number I have taken for better understanding. What is the bigger number here? 34, right? Okay, now what we are going to do? We are going to divide 36 by 24. Okay, 1 times 24, 12 as the remainder. Next step, what we are going to do? In the next step, we are going to divide the divisor 24 with the remainder 12. So what we will get? We will get 2 into 12, 24, which is equal to 0. Here HCF is nothing but the last divisor. Last divisor is 12. So 12 is the HCF. Okay, this we have found in the previous method also, right? So what is the division method procedure? First we have to divide the larger number by smaller one. Next step, we are going to divide the divisor with the remainder, and these 2 steps are repeated till the remainder is equal to 0, and the last divisor we used in this procedure is nothing but our HCF of given numbers. Good. Okay, we have completed this, and let's quickly jump into the next part of the lecture. LCM, least common factor. Are you all ready to learn a new concept? Good. Let's read the definition quickly. Are you all ready? Good. Let's read. LCM of 2 or more numbers is the least number which is exactly divisible by each of the given number. Let's read it one more time. LCM of 2 or more numbers is the least number which is exactly divisible by each of the given number. Okay, we are going to find find the least number which will be exactly divisible by all the given numbers. Okay, so to do that we have two methods, factorization method and common division method. Before getting into the procedure, let me quickly explain what is least common multiple in some common terms. Okay, we are going to find uh, a multiple. We can say it is a multiple of all the given numbers. We are going to find a number that is going to be a multiple of all the given numbers. Okay, in other words, we can say our given numbers will be the factor of what we are going to find. Okay, obviously LCM will be a number which will be greater than that of our given numbers. Okay, let's begin the lecture. First step or first method, factorization method. The same step we followed in the HCF. What is the procedure we followed in the HCF? In the first step, we have found the prime factors of the given numbers. In the second step, we have found the HCF. Here, first step, express each number as a multiple of prime factors. In the next step, we are going to find the LCM, the product of the highest power of all the prime factors, not common, but we are going to find the product of highest power of all the prime factors. It is just opposite to the definition of HCF, right? Because HCF is nothing but the product of least, in this case highest, least power of common prime factor, HCF. Here it is not common, it is all the prime factors. So we are going to include each and every prime factor, and in case that is a common prime factor, in that case we have to consider only the highest power. Okay, let's get into the lecture with some illustration. Okay, find the LCM of 1242 and 33. Okay, first step we are going to find the prime factors. Okay, we are going to express our numbers in terms of prime factors, right? Excuse me. First step 12. Okay, 2, 6, 2, 3. Okay, how we are going to write 12? 2 to the power 2 into 3. Good. Next step, next number 42. 42 divided by 42 divided by 2, 21 divided by 3, 7. So 2 into 3 into 11. Okay. Number next number is 33, which is nothing but 3 into 11. Now we are going to find the LCM. Do you remember the definition? What is LCM? LCM is nothing but the product of all the prime factors, product of highest power of all the prime factors. Let's list out all the prime factors included here. 2, 3, 11. What is the highest power of 2? 2. What is the highest power of 3? 1. What is the highest power of 11? Sorry, here it is 7, right? What is the highest power of 7? Okay, we have to write 7 also, I'm sorry. So, the highest power of 7 is 1, highest power of 11 is 1. Okay, LCM is nothing but 2 square into 3 into 7 into 11. Okay, we have successfully found the LCM using factorization method. Let's quickly go through the second procedure, Common division method. Okay, in common division method we have 3 steps. In the first step we are going to arrange the number in any order in a row. In the next step we are going to find whether any two of the given numbers will be exactly divisible by some numbers or some factors. In other words, we can say if any two numbers have some factors in common, that we are going to find, okay, which exactly divides the two of given numbers. And we are going to carry forward the numbers which are not exactly divisible to the next step. We are going to repeat the process till we don't have any two numbers with common factors. Okay, we are going to stop the procedure when we have two numbers which are contrary to each other, or we can say it does not have any common factors. Say for example, in the last step, if we have 4, 5, these both numbers have no common factors, right? So we have to stop that procedure there. Okay, till then we have to take up the procedure. Okay, let me quickly explain one more time. First step, we have to write the given numbers in a row. In the second step, we have to find whether any two numbers have some number as a common factor. If so, we have to divide the whole row with that factor, and we have to carry forward the numbers which are not exactly divisible by the taken number. Then the next step, we are going to repeat the procedure till we have some two numbers with common factor, and we have to stop the procedure. We don't have any two numbers with common factor. Okay, and the last step, LCM is nothing but the product of all the factors taken in common, and also we have to include the last row. In the last row, whatever we have without dividing, or we have ceased with some step, no, so last step we have to check and we have to include the numbers, significant numbers in the last row also. Okay, it will be crystal clear when we see with some example. Okay, let's see with some example. Same example I have taken for better understanding. Okay, 12, 42, 33. Can you find here any two numbers with common factors? Good. There is 12 and 42. Both the numbers are divisible by 2, right? Okay, so we are going to divide it by 2 so that we'll get 6, 21, 11, 33. Here, we write it clearly. 6, 21, and here 31 is not divisible by 2, so we are going to carry forward the number as it is, 33. Then again, can you find some two numbers in common? All the three numbers are divisible by 3, right? Okay, we have to take 3. Quotient, 6 divided by 3, 2. 21 divided by 3, 7. 33 divided by 3, 11. Okay. Here, can you find some two numbers in common? Any two numbers with similar factor or same factor? No, right? Okay, these three are completely opposite numbers with no common factor. Okay, so we are going to stop with this step. Then the next step, we are going to find the LCM. LCM here is nothing but product of these numbers. Okay, we have to multiply 2 into 3 into 2 into 7 into 11. Okay, this is going to be the product. This product is going to be the LCM. We are going to the properties. Okay, we have found, right? Okay, properties of LCM and HCF. Are you all ready? Okay, product of two numbers is equal to the product of HCF and LCM. This is the one property. Then the second property, If the HCF of two numbers is 1, then they are called coprimes. Okay, first property, the product of two numbers. If we take two numbers a comma b, and if we get HCF and LCM for that, we can equate it and we can check a into b is equal to HCF into LCM. Next thing, this we have learned, this property we have seen in the very first lecture also, isn't it? If the HCF of two numbers is 1, then they are called as coprimes. In other words, coprimes are the two numbers with no factor in common. Okay, next we are going to see how to handle the HCF and LCM of fractions. If we are provided with some fractions and if we are asked to find the HCF and LCM for those fractions, what we have to do? We have to find the same in the numerator, opposite in the denominator. Remember, same in the numerator, different in the denominator. That is, if we are asked to find the HCF, we are going to find the same in the numerator. Same means HCF itself. HCF of the numerators. In case of denominator, different. Okay, different means we are going to find the LCM in the denominator. Same concept applied to LCM also. If we are asked to find LCM of some fraction, we are going to find the same in the numerator. That is, we are going to find the same LCM of numerators, whereas we are going to find the opposite in the denominator. Opposite is HCF of denominators. Okay, let's read this property. Are you all ready to read with me? Good. Let's read it. HCF is equal to HCF of numerators whole divided by LCM of denominators. Similarly, the LCM is given by LCM of numerators whole divided by HCF of denominators. Very good. Okay. With this session, we are completing the HCF and LCM. Okay. In the next lecture, we are going to see an interesting thing. You all guessed it, right? Yes, we are going to see example problems on progression and LCM HCF. So, as the first thing, we will see the example problems on APGP. In the next lecture, I'll provide the example problems on LCM HCF. In the next lecture, important lecture, I'm going to provide the practice questions. After solving the practice questions, come to the solution of practice problems that I will post in the later part of the module. Okay. Next, thank you for seeing my lecture, and comment below if you have any suggestions in my teaching method, and consider subscribing my channel if you found something useful in this video, and share to the people who are in need of it. Thank you.